was very excited when I found out I was going on Trek.
I didn't really know what to think. I didn't know what it was at the time.
I was a little bit nervous because I'd never been before, and I mean, something new is always a little bit nerve-wracking.
I don't think I really realized what it was, you know?
I don't know, I didn't really know what to expect. I liked the idea of being hiking and marching along for a while, so.
I was excited for the adventure, I know that.
Originally, I didn't want to go on Trek because I was an antisocial person.
I was really excited to go on Trek because, I don't know, it was just a new experience.
When I found out we were doing Trek again, I was super excited because the first time we went, it was a really great experience, and I had a lot of fun and made really good friends and a lot of good memories.
I didn't want to go at the time, but then after going, this time I want to go again. I'm very excited.
Probably the highlights for me were just being with everyone, you know, pulling the carts. You really got to just be with everyone. There's no worries. There was no like groups or anything. It was just everyone was with everyone.
One of my favorite parts of Trek was definitely my family. It was really cool. We got really close and had a really great time. And
it helped me when I went through it, like get to know people in my ward better that I wouldn't usually talk to. Or
my family is kind of goofballs. We sing all the time. Like, you could probably ask Skylar or a couple other people and they could sing you some of the songs, but we made up songs and they were really cheesy, but it was fun.
I had to make a lot of Pioneer clothes. That's the thing I remember the most, is that there were a lot of there's a lot of sewing involved in the process. And
there was this one point where we all were camping out at, and there were all these rabbits running around, and we all were running around trying to catch them and throw rocks at them and try to attack them with our knives.
The highlights of Trek were probably the mud. The mud was a very important part.
So like probably my favorite thing, most memorable thing about Trek was us going through the mud. It had been raining all week, so we were just trekking through the really thick mud.
I think the funniest thing that I remember was Vincent was too close to the fire and burned his eyelashes off.
And other things like when Vincent burned his clothes. That was an adventure.
Burned his eyelashes and eyebrows and everything. They're all orange, and yeah, it was fun.
But one night there were 3 tornadoes in the distance, and we were gonna call off Trek, and we were getting ready to go home, and our leaders wanted us just to pack up and go. And we didn't end up doing that, but the girls in my tent, we just sat in and read scriptures, and it was really a fantastic experience, and the spirit was super strong.
Trek helped me spiritually by letting me know exactly what the pioneers went through and all the trials they went through and still stayed true to their faith. And knowing how little my trials are compared to theirs, it really let me know that I really don't have anything big to worry about compared to them.
The Sweetwater River was really cool because we were supposed to be silent, and you felt the spirit a lot more, and you got to feel how the pioneers felt for a little bit of the time.
The spiritual highlight that I remember was in Martin's Cove. We were all told to kind of be quiet and just kind of, you know, read some scriptures or, you know, pray, do something like that, do anything. And that always, you know, kind of stuck with me. Just remembering that kind of peaceful feeling and just kind of think about what happened there.
Trek impacted me spiritually just by helping my testimony of the pioneers grow, because I mean, we talk about them a lot, but it's not till you're there and you're feeling it that you really see that they were real people and that these experiences were really difficult, and that it was like life and death, and that the fact that they were able to keep to their testimony during that time really showed me that I should take the gospel more seriously.
Just the thoroughness of it, you really felt like you were kind of walking in their shoes.
It puts you in a perspective that makes you feel like you're a part of what the pioneers had to go through.
One of the spiritual highlights was at the end, we had this big testimony meeting, and it was really cool because everyone was bearing their testimony. You could really feel the spirit strong.
We're crying, of course, because you could just feel really strongly the presence of the people who were there and that they were so real.
It was really cool.
One of the things that impacted me most about Trek spiritually was just the real sense of a ward family. That they're not just kids that you're in a ward with that you have to see every Sunday and Wednesday, but they're people that they are really spirit sons and daughters of Heavenly Father, and that they, just like you, they have strong values, strong standards, and they're great people to be around, and those are some people that you should make your best friends.
Trek increased my testimony very much because it brought me closer to Heavenly Father.
The spirituality, it was a really spiritual experience.
Going on trek helped me prepare for my mission because it helped me feel the spirit and recognize the spirit a lot more often.
My advice to anyone who's going on trek for the first time is to be prepared for anything, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Advice I would give to someone going on trek for the first time is to be authentic. Yeah, if it's not authentic, you're just not having the full experience.
I was not prepared at all. Not at all.
The advice I'd give to someone going on trek would probably be to, I don't know, probably keep their feet healthy, because especially for us walking through it, everyone started getting foot problems and blisters and stuff, so.
My advice would be to bring extra socks, because the whole time I was there, I didn't bring that many socks and my feet were soaked the whole time.
Pack a plastic bag to keep all your dirty and wet stuff in, because you will have dirty and wet stuff and you don't want to put it back with everything else.
When you go, don't bring your cell phone, don't bring your iPod, don't think about home, just leave, remember your ancestors, and go with the focus of trek. Have an open heart, because if you don't have an open heart, it's not going to be fun, it's going to be miserable.
Just don't worry about life while you're there, because that's not what you're there for.
I would just say have an open mind, expect to have a great time.
Because if you don't give your best and you don't help your family out, then you're not getting the full experience out of trek.
It's just the physical endurance. It takes a lot more than you would expect it would.
I would, just tell them to go in it with a good attitude, because if you don't go in it with a good attitude, you're not going to have a good time.
Sometimes it's not easy, and there's a lot of times where you're like, I don't know why I'm still hiking, pulling this handcart in a circle. But if you really take that experience and really use it, it can really make a difference in your life. And I think it's important that you take advantage of it while you're there.
Kind of know that you're there to go through what the pioneers went through, because I know it probably helps you experience it better.
And research your ancestors. The person you're walking for, really research them so you can have a connection that will make it a 10 times more spiritual experience.
If I knew someone that wasn't planning on going trek, I'd encourage them to, because it helps you bond with the people that you're with a little bit, and it's just an overall pretty neat experience.
If you're concerned about going on trek, I just say don't be concerned. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of fun. There's people there. You're gonna be safe. You're gonna be taken care of, and it's a little rough and a little bit different, but it'll be fine. It's nothing to be worried about.
If somebody's not excited about going on trek, I would just say change your attitude. It will be one of the best experiences you've ever had. It's one of my favorite youth conferences ever, and just have a good attitude and you'll have fun.
If I was trying to get someone on the fence to go to trek, I would probably, if they'd already gone, remind them how fun it was the first time. And if they haven't gone yet, tell them how fun it was for me the first time, and let them know that it is a good experience, actually.
Just have so much fun. It's a blast. It's so much fun. So, we say it's hard a lot, and it's ours was really muddy. But the experiences that you have, the fact that it's hard makes it more fun.
Would I go on trek again?
I would definitely go on trek again.
Yeah, I think I would.
You can't really have that experience anywhere else.
It was probably one of the best things I've done.
I would go on trek again in a heartbeat.
Am I excited to go on trek again? I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be a blast.